The future is now. There's just no way to run from it. And that probably resonates even more if you're a parent or considering starting a family one day. Every decision that we make today has an impact on our tomorrow. And it's not just for ourselves, but also for our kids. This is the Bump Future of Parenting Report. At the Bump, we've committed to be the most inclusive and supportive resource for real parents. And that's why we've taken our expertise in the pregnancy and parenting space and married it with cultural and consumer insights that inform what we're seeing in popular media, the conversations that we're having at the dinner table, and the choices that we're making for our families. We've partnered with WGSN, a renowned trend forecasting company, to elevate 4 key macro themes that are shaping a new wave of parenting styles and ideologies. Those themes are empowered parenting, modern families, mini adulting, and green households.
Empowered parenting is all about giving yourself permission to be authentic to who you are, especially as a new parent. When you become a new parent, chances are you're going to get a lot of unsolicited advice. We all know that classic TV sitcom trope of the overbearing mother-in-law tossing in her 2 cents about how this or that should be done. But these days, it's more than that. With the rise of social media and parent influencers, new parents are getting bombarded with unrealistic ideals and conflicting advice, and parent shaming, even from fellow moms and dads, has gotten intense. It's all leading to high levels of anxiety and insecurity, and we've had enough. We're tackling empowered parenting as a major theme and breaking it into 3 sub-themes. The first is embracing imperfection. There's no such thing as perfect when it comes to parenting, so take a breath and release that pressure. In this section, we're exploring how today's parents are banishing the idea of perfectionism and embracing a more authentic path to their own parenting experience, embracing everything from body positivity to the unfiltered highs and lows of raising kids. The second sub-theme is leaning into humor. Parenting can take you on an emotional roller coaster, and sometimes the best remedy is laughter. Plus, kids can just be downright funny. In fact, Funny Parent Fails has 500 million views and counting on TikTok. From tongue-in-cheek parenting books to toddler t-shirts with hilarious slogans, society is really starting to celebrate the funny in parenting. The third sub-theme is prioritizing balance. It's no secret that becoming a parent is time-consuming, and the struggle is real when it comes to finding time for your own personal ambitions. But today's parents are creating better balance by building parent communities, by rediscovering adult fun, and by being really intentional about avoiding burnout. Empowered parenting can help you live your best life as your full self while raising kids. Get ready to usher in more fun, more authenticity, and less judgment.
People are getting married later, and some are even choosing to have children before marriage. Fertility options and different paths to parenthood are on the rise. So much progress has been made when it comes to enabling people to have the families they always wanted, even if it doesn't fit the mold that others expected. This is a huge win when it comes to the future of parenting. We're exploring modern families as an important theme and breaking it down into 3 sub-themes. The first is redefining the nuclear family. We're highlighting flexible family structures that range from conventional to options that include single parenting by choice, same-sex parents, co-parenting, even multi-generational living. Thanks to pop culture and reality shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, people are openly talking about surrogacy. It's a whole new world, and people are opening their hearts and minds to more inclusive paths to parenthood. The second sub-theme is the gender role reset. When the world turned upside down during the pandemic, it shined a light on the long list of responsibilities that fell on the primary caretaker, typically mom. With remote work and remote school, dads had to join the childcare party and take a more active role in contributing at home. We're even seeing a rise in dadfluencers, with the dads of TikToks leaning into humor and embracing their role and this more progressive form of partnership. The third sub-theme is embedding inclusive values. Generation Alpha is the most diverse generation in US history, and we will continue to celebrate that diversity in all its beautiful forms: racial, religious, sexual orientation, and beyond. We're even seeing more representation and acceptance of LGBTQ+ narratives in children's books and even cartoons like Peppa Pig. Embedding inclusive values will become a bigger priority for parents of today and tomorrow as we work to build a more accepting world for our children. Being a modern family isn't just about the makeup of your family. It's about taking actionable steps to be open-minded, embrace inclusivity, and work together to make the world a more loving and safe place for our children to grow up in, together.
Have you ever told a toddler, "I wish they made that in my size," and actually meant it? It really speaks to the new attitudes towards parenting and the options available on the market that are ushering in a new era of independence for young kids and, frankly, a new era of style. Mini adulting is this amazing cross-section of identity, interest, and style, and its influence on your approach to parenting. We're all familiar with the concept of #adulting. That's when your life shifts and all of a sudden you have to do your laundry, pay your taxes, start saving for retirement, and oh yeah, maybe you're becoming a new parent. And that's a huge transition. Your life takes a seismic shift and the carefree life that you may have once enjoyed might look a little bit different. Mini adulting addresses the two-way spectrum between the parent and the child and how those freedoms are expressed and reconciled along the way. We're exploring mini adulting as a central theme and breaking it down into 3 sub-themes. The first is nurturing self-sufficiency. Our research shows that nurturing self-sufficiency is paramount for new parents. There's a real focus on making sure kids are prepared with practical skills, critical thinking, and career prep. Said differently, parents want their children to be prepared for the world, the real world. The second sub-theme is inspiring shared interest. Inspiring shared interest with your little ones is truly the cheat code to parenting. Whether that means taking your little one to ski because that's a hobby that you love, or revisiting one of your favorite childhood books during story time, it's a really great way to bond with your little ones and start to plant those seeds of shared interest that might blossom as they mature. The third sub-theme is mini-me styling. Mini-me styling is all about coordinating looks with your little ones. And if that is your vibe, this one is for you. Mini-me styling has arrived and it's not going anywhere. Have you seen DJ Khaled's son Assad? I mean, he owns more Versace than most adults. Brands from Gucci Kids to big box retailers like Target are in on the game. That means there are so many options out there if you wanna coordinate looks with your mini. And the cool thing is that it extends beyond fashion. It also is touching nursery decor, baby gear, and products. I'm not saying infant sailor suits are out, but baby Jordans are definitely in. Parenting is a long game, and there's nothing wrong with introducing a few of the things that you love into the mix while you're also encouraging your children to be bold, independent, and discover their own passions along the way.
When today's parents think about the future and the world we're leaving our kids, considerations about the environment are at the top of the list. If you're a parent, you know just how many odds and ends it takes to care for baby. From diapers and passies to bibs and bottles, there's a long list of crucial must-haves. But often, acquiring the things that you need can feel at odds with protecting the planet. So how can you close the gap as a conscious consumer? We're exploring green household as a major theme and breaking it down into 3 sub-themes. The first is the diaper decision. Can you guess how many diapers a newborn goes through in their first year? Not 1, not 2, about 3,000. Depending on where you are in your journey, that number might seem shocking. Or you might think, yep, that sounds about right. Single-use diapers are a major contributor to landfills. You may be wondering how you can be part of the solution given that diapers are a very necessary part of taking care of baby right from day one. Even if cloth diapers aren't for you, thanks to evolving options on the market, there are choices you can make to help the environment. The second sub-theme is responsible reuse. Shopping secondhand consignment used to be reserved for finding vintage fashion gems, but with today's brands and retailers offering platforms to find gently used items, it's become a great option for eco-minded shoppers, including parents. The rental economy for baby gear and kids' clothes is also on the rise, adding more ways for parents to promote responsible reuse. The third sub-theme is a smaller plastic footprint. In a recent study, Greenpeace noted that the U.S. plastic recycle rate declined to 5 to 6%. That means 95% of what we make can't be recycled. As you can imagine, a lot of the products that we need as new parents, like bottles and cleaning supplies, are made up of, you guessed it, plastic. Plus, we can't ignore the role of plastic toys. It's not possible or productive to cut toys from your kid's childhood. After all, kids learn through play. But there are a lot of evolving options on the market to help you reduce your plastic footprints. Taking part in the green household movement is not about making perfect choices 100% of the time. It's about making conscious choices that move us in the right direction, one tiny step at a time. And that's something we can all do, starting today.
These themes are by no means an absolute guidebook to parenting, but they are meant to introduce a few new ideas for you to explore as you navigate your own unique journey as a parent. You also have an undeniable ability to influence your little ones and the world around you. And why not share those gems along the way to make the world a better place for them to grow up in? Let's build forward together.